What's going on to all my gamers and gamers? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it. So, Microsoft has actually done it. Basically, what I'm saying to y'all is, Microsoft actually decided to hike the price up, not on Xbox Games with Gold, which they tried to do, but it was a fail. They not on Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate. They want to keep people subscribed in that area. Really, what I'm saying is they hiked the price up in their first party titles, basically following suit of what Sony's doing with their first party titles. But the only difference is their new first party titles and not remakes and remasters like Sony. Sony is basically doing the remasters and remakes, and y'all know what I mean. But anywho, let's talk about it and dive in a little bit deeper in my perspective of it. Am I upset about it? Yeah, no. The reason why I say no is because I got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so I could play their games on a subscription service of full games for free where I ain't gotta pay no money. Am I upset on a $70 price point? Yeah, because I honestly say, like I said about the PlayStation situation, it's basically a cop-out. You know what I'm saying? They're not utilizing the technology of the new gen hardware on PlayStation and Microsoft, to me. So, and I'm explaining this in a sense that what people could understand. Even though I'm more of an Xbox guy, you know, I do love PlayStation games and Nintendo games and stuff like that, but I'm considered an Xbox guy. But at the end of the day, I just don't agree with the games being $70. I honestly think like games like Forza Motorsport and Redfall and Starfield should be at $60 plus tax $65. You know, let the games that originally were supposed to be released this year, as far as Redfall and Starfield, be $65. It don't make no sense for them to go up on it. Now I'm gonna say this: if they're going up on those prices, them games better be worthwhile. Because games like the Callisto Protocol that was worth like $70, and the $60 version with Saints Row was a debacle of a tragedy of games, which were disappointments. All I'm gonna say is with Starfield and Redfall and Forza Motorsport, they have to deliver at this point. They really have to showcase why Xbox is a good brand for us to play games on, even though I really love Game Pass Ultimate. Well, you know, Game Pass. I really love Game Pass. I love the games that's on there to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are not happy about this. I know fanboys is over here, you know, like on the PlayStation side over here, sparking up another debate. But in my opinion about it though, with these $70 games, in the whole video, this whole video about is $70 being too much, and I'm gonna say absolutely it is too much when it comes to these games, especially on the AAA market, where some of these AAA games really don't have an identity, and we're basically getting the same type of formula of a game, which is an open world type of games. We've been getting too much of that. Games with little to no replay value. And honestly, I feel like games like Callisto Protocol, they do not deserve to be $70 games if it's broken like that. And then not only that, it's a single player only game, which I honestly think that should be around $30 to $40. That's just my personal view. You feel me? Now, something on the levels like Halo Infinite, you know, that's like I think that's a $60 game that shouldn't be no $70 point blank period, even though they got multiplayer, they got the single player. You feel me? Games gotta really have that worth of wanting us to pay $75. If not, then it will be an epic fail. That's just in my personal opinion. You feel me? Look at Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That's a single player game. That game deserves to be at about $30 to $40 tops. Then you look at The Last of Us Part 1, which was a supposed remake, but what it really was just a graphical upgrade. That's not even worth $75 to $78. That game's only worth $30 to $40, and including that Left Behind DLC, which really wasn't nothing. The whole package should be at least $30 to $40. That's why I say it's more so of a cop-out from all these publishers out there. You see, PlayStation, you know, Sony was the first ones to do it. Then Ubisoft, then Take-Two Interactive with the 2K games, and then not only that, now Microsoft is doing it, and I feel like it's going to be the new norm, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, these games that's worth at a $70 price point needs to be worth that value. Games should not be buggy, should not have your main character out of the blue leaving the area and dying for no reason. You feel me? These type of games that are a buggy mess needs to take time to be developed and not rush for a cash grab. Like the Callisto Protocol, unfortunately, I haven't been able to play that game, but I've seen enough to know that this game is not worth $70, that this game needs a lot of work. And I understand why Starfield was delayed and Redfall was delayed, so they can work on the game to perfect it, to make it better. Because if not, honestly, those games will go out like Cyberpunk 2077, a buggy mess. So at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to make this video too long, and what I'm trying to say to everybody is that $70 games, they're overdoing it and overstepping their boundaries with it, because we're going through inflation right now, which are the gas prices are high as hell and food prices are high as hell. So at this point, I don't understand why they saying these games are going up $70, which doesn't make any sense to me. They're saying because of production value of these games. No, because some of these game developers, not all, are still using Unreal Engine 4 and the old Unity engines. You feel me? They're not utilizing the newer technology. You feel me? Some that are using the Unreal Engine 5, they still are not utilizing it to the point of we're wowed. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you look at it on the Xbox Series S, that console honestly is not the most powerful console in the world, but at the end of the day, it can run at 60 frames per second. But a lot of game developers on the AAA market are not utilizing it and making excuses, saying that PC is the reason, whoop-de-woo and all the other stuff. But it's really not the case. They're saying a lot of stuff about the Xbox Series S, which I don't agree with. I feel like there's a lot of cop-out in that area, and people get what I mean when I'm saying that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm going to leave it on that note. You feel me? Comment below your thoughts about Microsoft going $70 with their games. And is $70 too much for these newer games that's on the AAA market? And honestly, for me, I'm going to say this before I go. I think the indie games is going to be more superior this generation compared to AAA games, because we've seen a lot of indie games on a AAA scale look more phenomenal than the actual AAA game. That's just my personal opinion, but I'm gonna leave it on that note. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell when I drop videos. You dig? I'm out. Peace.